Where Omaya de share Mimobia Jo, Mimobia Kwaba, eba NDC 360. Where you made use from Kokra, NDC Amanyuku, Yashisha, Ukuda Numribia no train, yet the Bremo, a Hania Bodero, Efa and the Panesha Pa, NDC Amanyuku, and the Franca 24, Yura John Dramani Mahama, a woman o my Ghana. A hasso, and then Yema Chiba Bremai, Efa Amamwo Bonia. And they do my ninya, Nedia, which Renia Benedia beto a man for sono. Yigini Makuma Kotisachi, the Anantia, H. Limu, Emma Abofra, Etiasie. This is the 10th edition, and it is a special edition because a name Penyufua will be who on the set. Omonta NDC in Penyufua, who from the 1st to the 9th edition. And if you are watching this special edition, you are very special. Send your money na musinimno. Jumedie, we are streaming live on social media, NDC 360 on Facebook, NDC 360 official handler Ewo X, Dodoana friend on Twitter. We're also live on YouTube on NDC 360 official. We're also doing a simulcast on about 6 or more television networks. We are live on Onya TV. We are live on Angel TV. We are live on TV XYZ, Loud Silence TV, Kevin Taylor, Baby Awobi Amichiao. We are also live on Wezo TV. I know we are live on MBN TV and other TV networks. I will be acknowledging them in due course. And inti, Jumedi ene yafiti asiye, tell a friend to tell a friend that NDC 360 is live. Midiane Sammy Gyamfi, NDC Achame Hene, Mosumfo. I am the one bringing you this 10th edition of NDC 360. Just like the link, comment and share. And ensure say and sempana bekwechi na abuama yenyina yetimi ato aba pa. On this 10th edition, what are we talking about? And yebejebre na jumedie bi e course won cranking piski. Eye kwesie de twami. Eye enhyiamu nkitahudi a yewura John Dramani Mahama. Ene ensem trofo e wo Ghana edi ye no. Ene yede all the highlights ebebro. Na yaje yabedwafo a omo betena se abobu sa asemu we yaje o madwen on it. So eye ma o my Ghana see ebenya dwumadie sa. What were the highlights for them? What were the positives? What were the negatives? Dear no mususu say NDC as the main opposition party in the country relative to our engagements with the media. And then same way wom dear President Mahama ka ye nyina no ye bebo biatro and our guest will do justice to the issue. Ye we are ye behwe MPP for omo outdoor omo running mate e wo Kumase concert bebre koso nsem hunu bebre sebi mpreduasa e koso na ehu hia se wo Ghana ni a wo hwe me no wo beti bi na wo hu bi na wo so watimi akari nsem no so ho wa so ne so na nam se wonim dinti no wadwen wo etimi esi agina ye pa na watimi ato abapa come 7 December 2024. So this is what this 10th edition is about. Yeah, call short break. Yeah, bye. I'll be bringing you a few highlights from President Mahama's historic engagement with the press. I'll be going straight to my guests who are all seated in the studio. Shewe Mame Basisi. This is the NDC and U segment. NDC and U, dear China said, the NDC Amanyuku, woman. Because we are not just saying vote NDC, vote John Mahama. No. We are saying that for a reason. And it is during this segment, and the amount who saw reason, or the entire was about to Obama John Mahama. What is in that vote over to John Mahama? No, for you. What do you stand to benefit? What is the policy of the NDC for you? That is what this segment is about. Now, to say the medical tribunal. Kwesi de twemi, yewura Mahama ye bibia. Ebinsi Ghana bakose muda. Yes, I know kwe. Amampenyi ahodo bebre ene nsɛmtwerɛfo ayenhyiamu a ɔmama ho kwan ama nsɛmtwerɛfo ebisa ɔmo nsɛmbisa. Media engagements enye new phenomenon. But say benya opposition leader. I want in some trouble for being shemu. Now our friends some trouble for dodo I won't cry and the Ghana miamia bebre. Or de ni vision betu on enim. Now what's na konyaso a maho kwine. Don't hurry. Mienu ne fa 2.5 hours and over. Se bisamia semia upibiano. Ebinsi Ghana bakosemuda. And wait share you Mahama his commitment to transparency and accountability. And yes, I will be a question. Like I said, question with me minister ni ano mame, ana MP we ni ano mame, ana is one lawyer, buku naninchen, krata naninchen. He showed total command over the issues and dealt with the issues from archaeology to zoology, and it let you know, say, and some way binumu kind NDC for any policy ni na eyehudo rather sem. So anyamani ni na atonsium. It's answer President Mahama from Galamsey to the economy to education, all issues or the division on it by all the questions he answered them, and we'll be getting the perspectives of our guests. But before that, President Mahama can be or say insistent but there was insistent but change is coming. Shema Mississippi.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the time for change. The time for change has come. And it is not just a slogan, but a clarion call to the heart and soul of our nation. This is a time for change because of the urgent need for a transformative shift in the way we govern, the way we create jobs, the way we live, the way we provide social services, including health and education, and the way we envision the future of our dear country, Ghana.
Eti President Mahama, and I'm telling Ghana. Or say emra so I was saying samba. We cannot afford to let generations unborn down. I was say ye to abania system because on minor essay. Now osanso chremu why intia I was say ye vote for insisa because in the last infirmary aban bone akufu ado ba womi MPP aben o must say o minor and also share my Mississippi.
After almost 8 years under the deplorable leadership of the Akufo-Addo and Bawumia administration, we have seen our country sink into a serious economic abyss. The current economic mess sums up the verdict on this MPP administration. The harsh reality is that for most citizens, the piteous journey over the period has been a very bitter experience of economic and social deprivation. The unprecedented levels of poverty, unemployment, deterioration in our people's livelihoods, and social inequity have exposed the dubious strategy of hiding incompetence under sloganeering. It confirms without hesitation that the disruptive and hasty experimentation with the lives of the Ghanaian people was underpinned by a naive exuberance, arrogance, and indeed selfishness. And I'm referring to the economic challenges that have shattered the dreams of our youth and the aspirations of the vulnerable in our society. No one has been spared, not children, not adults, including the middle class and the elderly have all been hit very.
So, the President Mahama can a potoka sebunyana say, and kofobi by a ho at the adoko sem slogans ebeji to me, but nashi nikutre. Omo number omuni medjuma omuni your mind hodo but slogan nearing tea can seven the one district, one factory, one village, one town. Then so they had no clue about how they would implement these things, and this is the more reason why come 7th December I was here system. He gave hope that yenyina ye kan ye hobomu a ye betumi asesa bebia o mind so we can turn the tide. And he gave us 5 reasons why we can turn the tide. But I'll only show you 3 very quickly. Now we are back into the studios for the necessary conversation. And the producer, my videos ni
fellow Ghanaians, and that's a very famous refrain, fellow Ghanaians. Notwithstanding these challenges, I am imbued with optimism and a steadfast belief in my God Almighty and the amazing creativity of the Ghanaian people to assure you tonight that together we shall turn around this tide. We shall turn this government's destructive tide into positive and progressive waves that will reverberate in every home and corner of our country and across the globe, demonstrating that Ghana has once again gotten back on track. Let me give you 5 good and solid reasons why we shall reset Ghana and turn the tide. 1 is experience. Unlike any other candidate, I have navigated Ghana through tough economic waters before. My presidency was marked by significant infrastructure development, building economic buffers for inclusive growth while ensuring macroeconomic stability. I understand the intricacies of national crisis management and possess the proven experience to reset Ghana from the economic challenges that we face today. Second point is visionary leadership for economic revival. My vision for Ghana is rooted in sustainable development. I'll focus on revitalizing our economy for job creation through industrialization, enhancing agriculture, and ensuring the efficient use of our natural resources. My administration will introduce cross-cutting innovative policies that are inclusive, growth-oriented, and capable of restoring hope back to our youth. And the third point is commitment to job creation. Recognizing that our youth are the backbone of this nation, my government will prioritize and create decent, well-paying, and sustainable jobs by fostering a conducive environment for entrepreneurship and innovation. The government and the private sector will not only tackle unemployment, but also inspire a generation of change makers and problem solvers.
Also, these are some highlights from the historic media engagement. The nation builder in Puntunyumura, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and in some trouble for ye kwesida etwemi. Ose wo gidie mapa. Se mfa honi bebia o mampenya kufuado ne bawulaya ase Ghana edru. Ghana will rise again. We shall turn the tide because he is experienced, number 1. Waye bida, mpenyi se de waye bida ne friend ayeboafo. Ye de your mind is shining sa. He will hit the ground running. Na enam se waye bida nti unim bebia ye fa Ghana bitumi afa ne ntoma pa efrebiem. De toso bi edu also vision. And this wade hunu kese a e bitumi a transform Ghana ma Ghana be ye krabehwe. De toso miensa o se obai ne maye toso mienu yi. De sinani so eni adwuma. Ne no na Ghana for do we ye mabunu. Ememo ane mabawa enne omuni anidaso. Eno mo wa ho kyeremu no mu di abeni. And now when you to aka won sebo mu di omo ye no di omo hwehwe no no adwuma. And he spoke at length about the 24-hour economy ebema adwuma buso ama obia enye biaye. So this brings us to the end of recapping the main highlights. You better question and answers in the course of the conversation. Now key questions ni answers bi ode ba ye no also wetumi atibi. Na busuafo eneso NDC 360, we are making history. Because, like I told you, your guest for today and you're the regular guest we usually have. But they come what I said, NDC intini Ghana intini. And maybe a wube here say, you're the voices of conscience, voices of patriotism. Nipa, they are not NDC people per se. But omo kano kre omo wa kukudru o me do makoma so no mo dwen o man no no ebebi ane de omo beba no mo so aba be kansem a ebeboa wo no wetimi ehudie koso wo ye my Ghana mu no wato abapa. And today we are blessed to have 2 broadcast journalists of many years experience. They are some of the best in the area of Nsentro and Dewubo Edwumano. Omo ye edwumana chemfie bebre. And we are comrades in the struggle to rescue our country from the clutches of Amambofuya, Omajo Meya Kentanswa, Omonio Bobusiafonio Moma, Eseomei. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about Bobie Ansah, broadcast journalist, and the host of Citizen Show on Accra FM. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about Captain Smart. Name friend Ukwejo. Known him for a very long time, all the way back from Kumasi. Today, he's the host of Unuya Mache. These 2 experienced, patriotic, courageous, broadcasters have joined me in the studio. Benjifo Mama Kwaba.
Yeah.
I'm starting free Kwaba na ho. Ni hu wache.
So, Sammy.
Na enyema muti say.
Ya wonkwa. Ya na ubisa nkrofo say nyema muti say ya. Also me can but at least we have life. And that is the most important thing. Tia wonkwa.
Where there is life, there is hope.
There is hope.
And that's all.
There is hope.
And since I bet me aba.
We'll get there. I am very confident. I believe God. Say unyame magana enka baby away. Unyame be rescue Ghana. Ghana has been here before. Yeah, we have been here before. Even some of the incidents near Moye in the 60s, in the 70s. Yeah, we have been here before. Now we trust God. Sinyamio rescue here in the 70s, in the tough times in the 80s, where there was drought. In Suon Top, a Dianamaya Ding, Unyameje Ghana. Obesia Hibu.
That's it. I'm a many cratete. A producer, you have a poem. As I'm not kind, or say we will get there, we see this. You're ready, so I'm not near the Bepo. Koyo, what point to say?
I mean, I don't know where your powers were.
I'm not paying on show.
So,
no pay na me show. But ansakra ni be fiti ase no pese me bomba baso for edwuma so a mumienu muni munua no mapam for come home with them on my gun on your various shows. No kwasem ne say voices of conscience like you and akoye NDC opposition ko a menye sure say oh my Ghana and it that's so a nipa bebre anya sense sambeba no komo benya. So thank you for all the things you do. Now let's go straight into action. Kwesieda Kwabena, you were at Kimpiski. President Mahama, na no disem, utibi, sem odi tudra. Sem bi se bae. Minim se wankasa wo key highlights bi wo. If say oh dear forget about me, just look at the camera. Na oni enim komo. What are your thoughts about the program? What are the key highlights for you? Questions ne answers being and ufri se e was Ghana for trio madwin siso.
Sammy Medasi, Aminia, Aquabe, Yeshia, Sammy,
and the bed.
Medawase, Neada, Yashafuase, and Samema Meso Memfa Quenya Wisuna Membo Abaso. Why are dear? Mehu se, O shall Siena, say. So and so AEB. So obviously you have done well.
Thank you.
At least what be quite be at was say political parties issue or whom quite so more a border rule a bow more juma my when only be a car and a to me and set up a platform. But when you so will be because they are and why are they
Thank you.
good?
Yes.
At least now we are appreciating the reality that there is no media practitioner or you're neutral, but you should be fair
and impartial.
Yes, and impartial. You should be fair. But the issue about me neutral, then meaning you're a thief. You are trying to hide something. And this platform, no, and you're for NDC, and you're for Ghana. ye kyerɛkyerɛ nsɛm ye kan nsɛm ti eyeme de say watonsa but 2019 yeah. Yeah. 2019. After 2019, there's me questions. I mean, Marveli Mihumini. And you see, there is something about JM. And I think it's Ghana for study in a year. JM believes in accountability.
That's
he believes in accountability. You can never roll with JM. Then you don't believe in accountability. And as you see, accountability, you know, the pillar, one of the pillars of the PNDC, NDC. Probity and accountability. And from his experience from the papa, the late Atamels, then I see that drive. That there is something he has learned over the years from the founder, the late Rollins, to his boss, the late Professor Mills, and today, or XBT, those traits. It means on media for no but then me picking Yema Bakum and I'll ask this question. When is Dr. Bobie going to meet the press? When? And I know me say almost when is Dr. Bobie going to meet the press? Me say omuka Urajo Mahama mrana
Bobie abekbase Bobie ne Captain Smart
a question. Hey, you should come. You see, sometimes if you know Kojo so me na mabu my papa say ankeme one come say the best abu me ankeme yamro so no Kojo. You know, sometimes so when you say we cleaner, go to the market, the market square, offense so for support. Kobedwam ne kodware. Ni nyina yanhwe. Say the who esiatiafa.
Especially when you say you have done better.
Enti mete say oh, Joma me dwane debate from Bawumia. Before I could go to my social media handle to put out something, then I saw our sister Joyce Mukhtar Bawa, and she was very emphatic that John Mahama ne Bawumia ni any debate biaye, and I support her. Do you know why? I think se Bawumia will be bigger. Dear John Mahama, you know, onye bina omra bedem meet the press. Avail yourself. Let them ask you questions.
On behalf of the people.
On behalf of the people. Economy no running and say, see the no, they no share cells by in Sawemu and answer kri and answer hefa. Then we gane kino way, one area kino. Then you need to explain to us. Especially when we are a certain vice president and you are still the head of economic management team and the country is struggling economically. Now we are in an economic mess. We are not in crisis, we are in mess. When we are in crisis, which is Bibia Yanin Daso and Ababe Boye Patebri. A mess and mess, Obine creating mess. So they have created a mess.
Anything I would no.
That is why he's running away.
Bobie, my friend say we na we now the proper kwemu.
Yeah.
And ka ba don sem no mo su ko ba so Bobie mu ansa na me nkokodwo ho. Kodwo also mame wo preliminary overview of what happened at Gyamfi.
I mean that was na me da One I say in we are live on Onia, Angel, Loud Silence, and a few other social media handles. Essential Juma ye Juma bia se unia kukudru na unim nyansa jaye. Nti obi a oye bi sesei ene won a wo pa bemu no unia kukudra na unim nyansa jaye. Emra me sha ase se mese mempene se mejina mfimfin ti NDC ni ba no abekasa no ko na MPP ni ba no abekasa no ko mese menti ase me meka madwen nti se opa ne wati me umpa kotie di oye neutral no na neutral nso kane a we ye wiring na neutral ejanim nti bi nya hwe
wakasem
yeah eti obi oye nsentro dwuma bi oye neutral bi oye kromfo. All neutral broadcasters and journalists in this world are thieves. Yes, they are thieves. So they always want to remain unattached. So they don't go to the truth, neither would they want to go with the lies. They say they want to be in the middle. So the liars will bring money, the truthful people will bring money. They stay in the middle and take money. Chop. And that's a fact. Na me MPP ni kronunti mejai me CPP ni sese. Okay. Se wo hwe oman yi bebia akodru na yen centrofo ne ya sai kuru. Ghana bebia yedu sese no. Yen centrofo yen ya ma oman yi jija abedru ha.
Why do you say so?
One, we saw Rollins. Not media space ni yakitwebi. Even that, free press as a newspaper. So Rollins mujina ho. Ma papa na no ho hyehina du ba bi kura yete say yese onkohwie niam bi kura egu omo office. Then it got to J Kufuor, Alhaji Bature and Kwesi Pratt. Ukai Kumase, ye kofa demonstration by ye fie ni fie journalist ni de ba ye kakra bi ye so ni bo. Time a ebedru Kufuor exit power. Na Professor John Evans Fifi Adamiel say ba no. Na media houses and adults. No so that you nya sycophants about industry dem. I want dream nyina say aban on what power no. No wo because obinya car. You be sisi na yere car, you be high dan ama no, you be man adwuma ye, you be man a contract. So instead of broadcasters concentrating on the job to save a nation, they were concentrating on political parties to save their pockets. Now, Fed ye be twa fruma no kra ye fee a year 2009 Ebano. Na that time na me MPP ni. Na ye MPP presenters. It's a fact. We saw nothing good about the NDC. Oh yeah, no, I mean, nobody saw anything good about the NDC. We were always Kufuor until Professor Mills bufu baako out two car quartema and nas expose bi and he na set back me who say no ye yapim but them penny for that time di anim no second ho anko and the corruption e wo ye industry mu chief anohye and eno na epra yenya besinne say president a friend central phone shemu either say ye tro question amount and I say what one just a question ni bi no ye mfrew John at the invitation eba say Ocean Central for na me wo boase me say kwan bia ye fa so ye beba bedru and indeed nyame ye yadom You to America kakraba de yetimi bedru here.
I mean, sure.
Me do hono. Na me pese me observe ntina me nenam. Pese me hwe won a wo hono bi anim. Because yen nim won a ye MPP journalist. Yen and yenim won a wo ye NDC journalist. Yen nim ye ho. And a yen so a yabo ya adua to free. Wo ye Kufu a ye be kan ya adua kire. Wo ye Kufu ado ye be kan ya adua kire. Wo ye Jo Mahama ye be kan ya adua kire. Yen so ye wo. Ti me hwe mo nam so and na ha be de.
Because me hu
bia groups ni na no bia wo na say oh really. And John allowed everybody into this space to do what? Come and ask him questions. Okay. What the man is one way here? What the man I know here? What the man I know here? What the man? Na madri here me say table not te hono. Bibi shall say now. As a yeah. You know. But the fact still remains that his understanding, knowledge, the free flow with the media no, is unprecedented in the history of this country. They Kufua or started People's Assembly. Anna or or started, is it Meet the Press or something?
Yeah, Meet the Press.
Sansode is a trophy buyer in the Fourth Republic. The records are there. The only president who were engaging media more Edward Mahama. That one is a fact. You can't run away from it. The only person Obi Ebebusa the questioner, and one beautiful thing, like Barack Obama, who the question you know be Yano Bodin.
Oh, you observed that?
Yes. Who the question we are or Bodin. Some person about Wodinya or Mao pronoun. And on Mao Bibia, ye to me who say, oh, or you're attached to you. And you have to be a question. Bobie Ansah no obonidin yatiti
airport
that's right
fees be bring taxes
yeah sure if we here na me bebusa question no onim pass your friend Captain Smart but of friend minua because onim say me ye adwuma I think say I said John the president we are
or think about the Ekwadwo about the Yanoma almost say almost person in central for be shared. He was answering the question said that Bena
me ebiana onyi no running mate.
Say way
Fortunately onyi no nra. Nti yemfan say na po sehwi. Nti ofi western region ba ebia because now they are planning so ombesa on velibium. Ombesa ya outdoor review.
At least time no occur rounds no. Na owakwanya say odru amantam there are media practitioners there. Nkobetimi afasa akwanya no so no omo ahia. I strongly believe
you see media
why do you think say for about 4 years ni nkrofo eye Kufuado Bawumia who media for no mudwane they don't want to meet
COVID and Russia Ukraine
After COVID,
COVID and Russia.
That's how ridiculous it is.
Ghana and Central for Yenia for you.
It's become an institution.
Yes,
The institutional memory.
I mean, there's trouble for you. He's got voice clarity. He's got composure. He can stand one place for more than 7 minutes without even turning his head. When you are competing with people of that nature, no say, Jena no pukwajiban esuya boss there. If you look at her demeanor, our UPSA, she's also started learning that. Now, let's be real. Bawumia cannot stand 2 minutes without moving away from his original position. He is not a preacher. He's a politician. Preachers hop. Politicians very long. Okro we no na politicians no. We are Drew baby.
You know why Madasi Azuri went back to
apologize. No, you see, yeah, Drew baby. We need to open up the wounds so that the Ghanaian politician will know that no, people are observing, people are watching, so that they will not take us for a ride again.
Hopping, saying, can you?
Or the and you see, may you're very hot, and I'm saying to me, Faber was why I want to sit, so I will not hop. Or the baha no galope, no the akobaha no galope. It's a ma or breath. Anytime your breath control and your thoughts.
Where the omo pa wumbe chioka, I'm omo consultancy. It's basically baby, I'm a person medo. You run seminimo. Kojo Youngson of Joy FM Lances, okay, say Penny Emaya Galamsey will assume and acquire him, he will ban it, and omo we fiaseno. And I'm saying your money the real kingpins of Galamsey. Na binum na DC cash show which he sent, you know. Yen fanche wo money and started from a clean state. I want to know what you think about that because meaning say mummy you are passionate about that. Because you must start free. Now you ba, then we'll go again.
Asama mbeke. And NDC 364 the problem. Upesi usi wasi ube. Yomunyi mumfri. MPP ministers to Galamsey. Maka, and I am repeating, Western Regional Minister Utu Galamsey. Imrekuduka Utu Galamsey. Utu Galamsey. And I have dared them the past 4 months. I want them to go to court and they will see something. And because people are desperate, they don't care about Ghana anymore. And His Excellency was right. They know nothing about where the funds are coming from. The main ones are here in Accra. And what this is kind of there was no exit plan. There was no proper exit plan as compared to the youth employment and even JIDA that had a solid exit plan. You had no exit plan. So all the so-called 100,000 youth now we throw them off the hook no. Because when did you obey? But nipa na site ni ye ne dia no.
Otimito excavator no.
Otimito excavator no. Ye man nkrata no chief of staff desk so. E wo Jubilee House. I've said this one too. I want to check. No. Yeah. I mean, both of them yeah, sure. I want to check. Okay? And then when we are now Minerals Commission, any Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, we not to Galamsey. I've said it over and over again. I want them to come and challenge me. Minerals Commission from Asurubesi, from their board, everybody we not to Galamsey. Forget it. Because so we to Galamsey. Minerals Commission, Mami Odano, ni constituency or no ni fee echi ye to Galamsey. It is a wound to be now we Minerals Commission penia. Then necessary. Ukwachia kwa dano tenwura mu hona. Watch a fly. And yewura asante hene. Miru amachi bru. Emra Ashanti Regional Minister ye otewe. Any mo Lands and Natural Resources Minister koye. Uche di asante hene kan. Wase mobile no be kan me shedem. Said the more mature man na mba menka. But answer na me kind the more mature bra me say menka no. Mamenka me the answer. And as Sante Hinema yeti as say. Sabi eburu sabi nyado. Wo wan no mo dem ho no. Ehinkwafo wo ye wura nimu nyina no menhia no wote. Obi ani galamsey site. Wo wan aka no na wo ye MPs. Wo ye
MPP aban mu mpanyufo.
Wo ye DCs. Wo ye ministers. Wo ye chief executives. And otumfo kan say. Yenya ye wo dem ya ye che ye mu ohasesi a yenya ye wo ye nim ye mu ohanche chemeduasa na etu galamsey no. No mo mu sika bo galamsey ho ban. What happened? So I think that.
You think the answer was right?
Yes, the answer was right. Yes. And you don't expect to for so Sabi or bank and answer or to Galamsey. A Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources and the Minerals Commission responsibility to do that.
So we can give the amnesty to Nkitten
and
go after Bamum Penny for no sense, you know.
Sammy menin sound. Minu or two. Na wakoria ade na accommodate me na afi mihia me nua restaurant na wato nsu ama me na wato aduane ama me me de awie di 3 days me ja me nan adwo nsu ato egu na posifo akwache no na ka che se aduane ne captain David ane ye de mbekọ court ye duru court ho a eye de na ade aduane bi na so me nua no wato no restaurant accommodate me na wato aduane ma me na me di
I am the umokro no.
It's one this kind of thing cry ha.
They are the ones.
Ministries, departments, and agencies in Pennyphone won't cry ha. One a yes said Jumano. One a sassy a decan chuo. Who said we don't know them? We know them. I mean they are there.
But that's a question about Bobie. Mahama announced a certain policy. It's the first time one president being Ghana matters waka bibisa, and I want to pick your thoughts on that. Or say, even though mining is not illegal, well, who says openema wo party penny for odi omoba wa bemu eko yes form agudie tu adwuma ni bi mining ni bia entimi ma ekon against galamsey ayese nsuo ni akwaye no entimi ma yanku ni ye enti ono de ompene ema na bemu nipa bia enye mining, not even galamsey, because for galamsey is illegal, but ompene ma wonye mining wo penyimu na e was a wo beboa no na ye bo nsuo ni akwaye ompene. What do you think about this policy?
Sammy,
as if you want to do mining, konakoye mining.
Mining, Niger, I remember to said the minua kojo a kind. But Sammy, my main clear be quick. Na membra way so during a year question and answers no. Omubusa GMBB about a year sports.
Yes.
Where that's what mobile building sports stadium. No, okay, BB say untimi and I think I for on that position I would just depart from His Excellency's point. You see, the NDC has a track record in sports, in sporting facilities, and yeah, this is the Cape Coast Stadium. Enti minim say yes owura Mahama share oman baby ase yakodu no ene se opeke oman no a ompeso obese bobebre yeti ase but sometimes look our track record and when owura Mahama track record owura Mahama every opportunity to reset the country, because when Professor Mills picked Amemo from Kufuor. President Mahama was there. Who the difficulties and who said the boss at 10 and Yama around. Sa experience no. Then when Yami and Adumane be main driver, who the difficulties or 10 and Yama, because to stay in court for almost like a year. And so you are able to manage the economy.
Yeah. So you wanted a clear promise in ABC Stadium. But remember good news, because speech, there is a part here you spoke about that, about not building new stadium, but rehabilitating the Atlas Yamana proper.
You see, I think that we don't have to overstretch
your facilities are your water that by doing new things that we don't have new brains
So you
to manage.
think, yeah, that's the point. We can
One,
replace.
two. Sesi ayeti heno ye ni FIFA approved stadia.
Yeah.
And only idea see yeti asese Accra Sports Stadium, Kumasi Baba Yara Sports Stadium. Tamale dia no credit to wine. Aliu Mahama Sports Stadium.
Then we have Esipon.
Esipon. Hold ye ya omako ye no. Asimo ka che ne say enye sika na ye hia ojaf.
Oh.
Adia ye hia say ye per pitches papa.
You be in the year.
Ne ya boso bo.
So producer, get that from your archives. What President Mahama said about sports facilities from his speech.
Stadiums no
yes.
more bar bisa sports presenters na the table. And etwa field no hwehia.
It's not healthy.
And ye dey stickers. Atasunti ball no boss what to
So me no was anya amanyo sem nkwa mo pe ball.
Yes.
No, yeah,
Mo pe sports no.
but-
And in fact,
but-
sports is an avenue for job creation for
Exactly.
Emanti and the
But I want
But-
John Mahama, let me say this. John Mahama should give us his clear
on sports.
cut policy.
Yes.
Mebo mouse
Yes.
here,
On
mebo mouse
sports.
here.
Yes.
But we galam say
Adentia. And me so kwadwasene na mene nako. The main reason why Ghana is struggling with Galamsey issues is because Akufo-Addo dum na etu Galamsey no. Akufo-Addo ne Bawumia dum na etu Galamsey no. You see, let me be frank here. Mpacho, when you dey mo a,
Sure.
I'm not so stupid to feel say Galamsey Akufo-Addo buy and buy. I'm not stupid. Yenya issues from rolling style, and your operation, cow leg, any those now. But you see, the previous administration ultimately dealing with the issue because the government was not part of the Galamsey. Now, we are not able to tackle the problem because the presidency is involved. And I'll give you...
presidency now, just say,
national security. Yes, my Galamsey as no. And I before now the catch him say, can say the presidency is involved.
Hey,
I have said it on there before. You see, the Galamsey thing now no.
Serious.
Sammy, Galamsey now a cost no. People are looking for money for campaign. So, enya dia won't be jai.
But omo say nsuo yi nyina amagana ya kra nsuo abagana in the name of
Sikanibrity. No one say enkranso.
Very important. Yeah. That's the sad thing.
When you say another business for them. They create the means to create business
And
out
profit of it.
Yes.
Wakasa.
That is what they are doing to us.
So you hold President Mahama to that promise.
Look, hey, for the government to succeed in Galamsey business, almost said that police, the military, and the police is shame. For the first time, no. For when that to be done, say you're down sorry one day, you say national security car. See, I know the mom the a friends akwaya oko kumasi afedio nko bepe flag bearer ni bi edi o MPP mu na yi kru nkura no ye adamfi na napon ye na mom yi na napon adi na napon na ye head of transport e wo Jubilee ye da sorry ya yes boys bi gina tiwa forest mu tu go
Akufo-Addo krom no.
yes etiwa ye ko che wo mo national security boys they were 8. And they were using national security cars. Please.
Make a story. No?
Please.
And they
picked the cars from the Jubilee House. They took these boys to court. Boys no enianom ebe threaten say Akufo-Addo enyai boys no boys no be shase akasa. Omo kasa enye papa.
Because you be who penyufo na session I see.
The next week omo call court. And omijai boys no. As I'm talking to you now, 4 ewa abrochiri. As I'm not a foolish case.
Wow. Am I yare?
No, how can say abai yafa
national security near soldier
cars.
And they are protecting a buying penny for more galamsey will assume. I mean, how wicked can people be?
So say Obi catch you say, look, go and listen to Ekowusi. Sit down, listen to that tape very well.
MPP
former
Vice Chairman, Central Region
Ekowusi. And I hope maybe already
a parliamentary candidate.
Sound okay. Just imagine
this guy. On that guy is a candidate for jail. It means
but
candidate for jail.
Mahama fan but any day me fan say ye ni faso because Ekowusi God watch the dako. These two guys, there is no way NDC we need election. John Mahama mo form mudi.
Baby, I would yes in it me pesi yako baby. Minimse ha na beye mode. There was a question about sports video now already, but monkey pima me yebebo. But there was a question about ansani yebeko free SHS yanko father for all. Since Central ni be shunned off. Bisa Ira Mahama say NDC mribi yebo ntoa se Ghana for ntoa ba ma yese ya. Ye kansen bebre yebechichiwe. Eba say father for all. Ti obisa question bi say wan penyi Mahama za father for all no o boss e the sign wa na o the sign wa is say ye tutu afiri mu ti say the tutu be ye no say have you been exorcised or the father for all syndrome or my answer I don't have to go into the answer my means that in free kojo what do you make of that but do you remember that
so say father for all no say I no call because of a fighting corruption
yes or say tutu afiri no yeah and what because you have been at the forefront of the corruption fight
and I want to make a statement. I don't trust the NDC and the MPP when it comes to the fight against corruption. I don't trust any of them. Both the NDC and the MPP, I don't trust any of them. The reason is this. Yenim wonwa ewo MPP mu na ano a wo ye niyam bi anya nkrata gu ho a se ye chewo ye nchi obia. Yenim won so a no wo NDC mu na ano whatever time I don't so nkrata gu a se ye chewo ye nchi obia. But yemfa do ni nyina nto nche. Me de me say John aka na me say de nti a me ka wo me show so say meto aba ma no of which I am repeating that me
you Captain Smart said
no me I have said it me nye central for no musro mu position time me te adom no because say I'll be a fool if I vote for the NDC. I'll vote for Nanado. And indeed I voted for Nanado. 2020 I voted for Nanado. And I am telling you this year when who say me and CPP no one here flag bearer.
CPP name also they say
I'm sure in flag bearer. Because of his position now on corruption. Say oba one. Na bemu ni pebie ni hwa. Obetimi ato state assets. Mebusano no yiba no. Number 2. Say one want to
oma ni minister bi anto abaya hotel o asasi o dey o ya ma won to opa ko dwom na kotobi.
Number 2 one so ato abaya japade a woni na ban mu to say MPP for co-position the same
hotel say
one matoto abaya japade na abaya nsase ni nyina no obeje John can say me or say the fight against corruption, no. If you really mean that, it should start from within. Or no, the second coming, no. Obama, the fight against corruption has started within. Oh yeah, no, they are quite Sammy, Ubene chairman. Catch them and say, why you bobo?
No, you can't trust him. Like Bobie said, no. President Mahama is a man of his word. And you can take him at his word. He's a man of his word.
You see, there is something about John Mahama. And there is something about the NDC. Last week, I'm with you because when Kufuor took over from Rawlings, Rollins a bold Ebejina Bontin say he wants President Ford to prosecute him. So Abokronwa. And you see, and I'm saying a trait. You see it running through.
Yeah.
Now, after the Mahama administration, then another NDC leader called John Mahama came out. That look, my man, me and you, Yako contest on several occasions. Now, Ucha 8 years. Say, what were any debts on me? Prosecute me. You see, when a leader.
Me Kai say, or can be about hotels be an almost say, or Dubai.
I don't know there. Yeah, those hotels.
But to Nengam this question also say, quick one, me here flow. Nengam this will say, President Mahama in government, show say he can bite with the issues of Abuga Pele, with the issues of $1 million. I've forgotten her name. Vicky Hammer,
yeah.
and other issues.
Yeah, because like Bobie, let me come in slightly. You see, even in the questions and answers, Jida was a very difficult case.
Very difficult one.
And change some trouble for doing CBB so na ye refi. Say nhwehwemu no ono na order say yenye Jida hu nhwehwemu. Report no ko di ni ho no wan twen ama obi am right to information request. Kojo samna na mre no kra ni ho. Sa emre bi ani ho ono na the report no ye dan e bai mo hwe obi ehu di tuem because say ye betumi atu katahye ne proyase a ye nso kania ento so ne ye ma obi akwan na onka wansem. That was commendable. 50 million cedis na akwa akodi nkrofo bi nsem ojema wo maye no omo ana e was ni nua ono na down for the yonko brebo ekoda afiase enoti if for nothing at all we can believe say this man will live up to his word. And I'm happy say Kojo you have decided to vote for John Mahama on the basis of this, and you are saying that this will be the test case.
Hotel issues say Mahama or hotel or Dubai any idea make one can't be no
so what I want you to
oh yeah sure make one can't be no
but when your information if
you didn't betray me na make come as come as my make one can't be no okay and the weekend to that week broadcast now front page of Daily Guides has stories near the end by no it was a proper briefing
proper briefing from where?
Oh, Tiasia, we are a communicator. You understand this? So I said no. I have to go to Dubai myself.
I see. To that extent.
Oh yes, I went to Dubai. Remember what I answered for? Wow. That's why I came back to say that it is not true, and I am sorry. It's locations now what they no. There was nothing like that in the entire place called Dubai.
So they paid for your place?
No, they did not pay. That was after the story.
Oh, okay, after the story.
So the officer BB will to koji exclusive aba.
That be I hear my join composition. It's me verify say.
Okay.
So we just for hotels for Dubai. Why is he now saying say or call we lose the election? But I buy money baby or better. Then I didn't know correct. So let me go and look.
Of course, will be anyhow.
Now locations no me am the koye and obia Ghana for no Dubai airport obia. Minim said the idea see here. Ye me wife the koye. It's ye na ye me samba back to Ghana. Ejidanimu ho na saa sesaya bags or trolley no mako. Then enim ne John enim ni.
Oh, I see.
Ubi say no be catch ro. Oni ni pa be for. Honestly, me who no na be say ko bechi. Oh, no be sing. Not knowing say we who me from afar. Now the protocols and the courtesies I the man as a former president it's now Dubai guards the be or no one there almost take car kitwe be more airport or no the neko and he stopped. And on no boom I have scanned through. Ubisa there's no location of the sorter.
GPS no cannot
a hotel. So to hotel and no Dubai there minim. but they can't that ne ba ne de me see actually e ko hwe oni hotel e wo ho Sammy we stop it say fight against corruption and none of the support Akufo-Addo we dim hwam and the most corrupt president ever in the history from Gold Coast till today.
What can you feel, mame?
What come and penia? Jurumidie ni ketaseshe ne proye ne kanka do krono pa e Ghana ha. From Gold Coast, Queen Elizabeth mo time abrofo no beto Don Ziagoji Azambuja mo time beto share yeso. If they want us to prove number 1. Former Greek minister use 80 billion no they fight here. Ami we no ukrubenso. Ebroben no kosi so ye 80 billion. Yeah, they fight here. 80 billion. He was cleared. But and then no problem. And then another so excavators 442 and 42 excavators in so I from location. Car trailer the excavator if you Western region back Cape Coast Central Police Station. Wabedru police for check it. Apostle for to car from Cape Coast beton sir. Low bed was then I cover excavator no e one mabo. Umudu one low bed in this but excavator in this one mabo. What do you know to China? What share budget I call office of the president? Over 2 billion Ghana cedis a year.
We have PDS.
Okay. 2 billion Ghana cedis a year. BC. We divided by 30 to alpha. You would know how much we are now. We are spending almost 19 million Ghana cedis a day at the presidency.
A day?
Yeah, the day. No, what are we using that money for? Yeah, the day. Yeah, the day. One district, one factory. Abainese was spending over 3 billion Ghana cedis on that. NG group of companies, one district, one factory. Into only can then the question. No,
members about corruption. So
and this is what I want my colleague journalists say
shine light on
John Mahama, catch it and say, hey, Brad John, I do we let's correct it. Nanado so men kasa nanado, I'm a chief of staff, I'm a yere car. Enti ubabo trimu sakura wonka.
Yeah.
And then what neutral? Okay.
So Bobie to us, mama. Galamse when this is
yeah, my member being so on the corruption, right? Me
the father for all,
me pay a year John Mahama any NDC commitment in fighting corruption, and said the million kind with the answers our the maye and ma Ghana for no emuda clear. Interestingly. Now, Bawomia throughout Nekasa Munina, Netonina, untimi mention will be bia. So, about fighting corruption. Very interesting. Megina Mentias say, when a media campaign in 2016, from 2020 down to 2024, TB. But Mamin dealing with a last point now, raising issues about father for all.
Yeah.
Oh, me witness the existence of the late Mills. Around Mills, we were very close. We saw what happened, and I think say now Mills' idea was that you're settle or minor than chasing people. Maybe say because. And near man Akufo-Addo ne Bawomia ne nkrofo de aye o man we.
Eno na show mu kutupa.
Ye no na se wo mu kutupa. Woni o mu di nkomo banter on social media no mabusa o. From 2008 to 2016 no mo ba ide no mo timi ye. Look, my brother, I will sit here and if you are telling us that the former president, His Excellency John Mahama is watching us, Mr. John Dramani Mahama. And Radibema na wini. But if he fails, and
then the
and or your former president means being cassette. But if he fails, no, you see, sir, because the reason why the whole country is quiet, The reason why as Obia ye din hwe Akufo-Addo no Obia nsoro wo mo. No. Nobody is afraid of them. But Ghana for Giri said there is hope. Because
the hope is in Joma.
Yes.
Because all the Bobie Debi ameka say krono a akoso ne omaye japade aben ya fei. Se wo pese atentrene justice eye adwuma, emra ye adwuma. The only way out is change. Because there is no way Bawumia can come. There is no way.
I mean,
the only way is for there to be change.
The reason why I want change, and you say MPP 4 year, Bushi 4. The reason why I want MPP to go to opposition, I say, SSC to stop corruption for 2 years.
Ghana Besia back.
You see, corruption now, air cost to say no. Chief, let me tell you this. Over Fourth Republic here, Kofo, any John Mahama pe, any Abaya Mampenia, Wotimiya prosecuting minister won a file.
Yeah.
A J. Kofo, Alaji Isa
Mobila.
No, Alaji Isa Mobila was the CPP chairman.
Okay, you are talking about the sports
PNC.
PNC.
No, you're sports minister.
Yeah. But other Mahama the other day, no party ni so come.
Yes.
And John Dramani Mahama so no any party ni. Or can necessary so then the court San Jelly no. Okay? Enti some say Kufuor catch them so be fight corruption as an individual. Imagine it. So John Mahama as an individual, that's why I'm saying that I'm not going to vote for NDC, I'm going to vote for John Mahama.
No. It's you are.
Enti and no mama GD say obetimi a prosecute. Nipa bako anami no.
That's
what I was saying is say Ura John Mahama omomodin ma onfeli Ghana.
Yeah.
On punishing thievery and many can be or say Akufo-Addo or you corrupt. Akufo-Addo you corrupt for.
It's a corruption.
There is difference between being corrupt and being a thief.
Why do you say so?
He is a thief. He is a criminal. He is a thief. He is a criminal. And I'll tell you once again. Look, if you are not a criminal, how can you allow a company from Nigeria or packing in here they buy your airport? Not in table based working game.
And some ways is it
now I shall say or run a COVID test or jump for $50. And after
if it doesn't 150.
And then 150, right?
$50.
Then after 150,
100, they call 50.
Then after working for 1 or 2 years, you're sorry that crap. Ubisa health minister or some minimum. Ubisa
contract when they can't move so contract.
No, they appeared before committee. Ubisa foreign minister say minimum. Ubisa aviation authority airport company minimum. And you free in a buy. We are no issue statement from a presidency signed by Fremont Pare telling us a Juma frontiers for no bag Ghana be you know. Omudi says Sikabe said $38 million is in Echo. Ghana $6 million. Na untiabu fusem. But Oma is them to from a RTI that no journalist or any other person can seek information about them.
Then you are justified.
Unya president, how can you head in a bunny with me? Look, let me tell you why Akufo-Addo is a thief and he's a criminal. What could you COVID sika ediaba? Any a catcher must say, okay. COVID sika na modia benina no. Well, Yama Parliament, Niente bipartisan committee. Yes, I am coming. No Mumra committee. So now, for the expenditure. Are you a free year? Any chairman of the committee? And Kenny was a Kabashimano, said ye. Bepimena, and I wouldn't say, committee, MPP need perform a meeting because a Akufo-Addo yes cannot, and they cannot justify The president is not worried. And you are telling me the president is just corrupt. He's a thief, a criminal. And we need to be emphatic that for the first time, we have a president who is a mafia, a criminal, a mafia, a criminal, a thief.
Now, there you are cross on the say. And that is why I salute people like you, even though sometimes we disagree. Because the Omodia, you see, o kano krena chira umuno na yes national security. Kwado ya chom predo
39 times in 2 years.
Ya chom sa.
Ya chom. Oh, makokuma ase meba.
Bako kra dem so mo dey handcuff.
Yeah, sure. Na yetimi a chimi. Yedima
all because chrono na ekoso you are talking about.
Yedima tra ejoso. Me fi kumase ba ya chima ejoso. Police station say what fi ejoso aba nyina ya fama nko ba bia.
Na sense na dey ko dwomebo in 70 o mo cheche o na kosi say.
Ense
So it is
you see, now one dream you on say, na Captain Smart. Ade ba ko bi wo me ho. Wo chimia, we biri mi kuro. Moment chime.
Because onye bone.
Ne me nka. Se meti ase a mejai. Menti ase a wo ye me dai, menti ase. Sammy, o ma chime sa the last but 3. Ah o mo chime. Me group CEO. Me HR manager Antiama, Mr. Miyama COO, wo nyina bae, wo bae na mada. Me tia ko nwem national security for office wo na mada. Ena ba ko be nyanam say wada na say nanka kamia den kamini o say captain na say captain. I had all the metal say mejide.
So it's all about intimidation.
Yeah, but you need to fight. Na yet.
Na say mete Bobie ho, yesi nkofo bi nipa bonefo bi, yesumo mo beto bi to ho. I mean, this is why we need to rescue this country, and there must be a new paradigm shift. I mean, corruption is your first subject, but I want to pick your thoughts on one last one. Ne akodi esi kumasi ye kuro. Na
but and come
no me ba na dia account. Me ba na dia account.
Okay, all right.
Jama me come there.
Me ba now the account.
Okay, all right.
On the issue of free SHS. So Ura Mahama can also phobia, yes, also for Kokobi, as well the Omania Champo was why. On the Namua was Mahama be free SHS move, be free SHS move. And President Mahama gave an answer to that. Producer boy no mame. Na bossa answer ne mame afa. The part about John Mahame's speech on sports and Fatwa Soka Krebi, yeah, banner a job more responses now. We are going to Kumasi on what the MPP did there.
Excellency, she also wanted to know what your position on free SHS is.
My position on free
SHS?
Yes,
aside the bill, yes.
My position on free SHS is known. In 2015, I launched progressive free SHS. That's what the Constitution says. The only difference between us and MPP is the approach. We thought that we should put the infrastructure in place and we should do the necessary preparation to absorb the free SHS. And so we started with day students. We made it free for day students. And in the second year, we absorbed 120,000 students on the free SHS. Nanado himself lauded me. It's there in the media. Just, if I had my phone here, I would Google it. He said, Nanado lauds Mahama's free SHS. It's there. UNESCO, congratulated us for launching the free SHS. How can a person who launched free SHS be against free SHS? And so it's a political gimmick that is played by our opponents. Free SHS has come to stay. And nobody can roll it back. All we're saying is, let's improve the implementation. Let's take away the bottlenecks. Let's work to abolish the fast track. Let's be able to feed the children better by decentralizing the school feeding, the free SHS school feeding program. So those are all the kinds of initiatives we're thinking about. But we can only take that decision if we come together as stakeholders and discuss freely the challenges that it faces. Today, there is not the environment for a free discussion of free SHS. Ask any teacher or headmaster. If they make comments adverse to the conditions and implementation of free SHS, they are either sacked or they are transferred to Siberia. And so we must change that. We must free them to be able to come up and talk about it and discuss free SHS and how we can improve it. My commitment is to improve it. And so that political gimmick, if he comes, he will cancel free SHS. And I've seen some Osofutu going around and repeating the same thing. I don't know if he's, I don't know who he is, but he's also gone around repeating that same tired, hackneyed, political propaganda. I am committed to free SHS. I was the one who launched free SHS in this country, and free SHS has come to stay. I'll just add a few things to what I said about free SHS. One of the objectives we would set ourselves in terms of if we agree that education is the most important driver of prosperity and growth, then we must be prepared to identify and earmark funds for it. We already have GET Fund, which goes into infrastructure, but we must find dedicated funding to be able to implement the free SHS seamlessly. Track and ball pitches and pay stipends to footballers in the Premier League like we promised if we give soccer. Let me also assure
this is NDC 360. We are bringing you NDC and you with two experienced broadcasters who have paid their dues to this nation. I'm talking about Captain Smart of Onua Mache and Bobie Ansah of the Citizen Show. Now, Kwamna starting free ho, we bonita umame. Now what concerns kakra on sports?
Yeah.
Me the speech kakraba. Shahone mame. Nafa your views on President Mahama's answer on free SHS.
Okay. Quick one. I think now I'm clear on GM direction in policy on sports. Yeah. And I think he can do more.
Sure.
The NDC can do more. You see, NDC, I mean, I believe in more capabilities, more capacity to drive this country.
Bampuntua.
A bampuntua.
Yeah.
India na mempese mo beto to mo ho ase. Munim yo.
Yeah.
Dia mo kan kire se mo be yo.
Sure.
Na mo be yo so.
Sure.
So
me feel say the President Mahama can answer there for football
people.
We say Ghana football atetia pansem nya because of local league now.
Yeah.
And local league is the
infrastructure. Yes.
Asemu makasa.
Very, very important.
And the economy na ma man yefe.
Economy grade
economy you. Cause the CA say John Kuma nwu anka yedim say $30 million on account no. John Kuma economy will be
Who for you pa.
Twen men ka second me come say
$30 million.
Oh ala ba kwa beto.
What you say?
Where we are dodo.
Na one betche me last one.
That infrastructure.
Make infrastructure. Police ni bia no ka ho. When them so wonya police ni. Because the way are on Nantino. Onanti and set trained police officer. Also for kwasi aso. Who say Mahama ni madan si che MP. That time na me former COO Mr. Winfred Afo. On the try me ninja pictures in time and yade me da ministries, police station, ninja, try on the try by. And I'm a catch a police and say, let me tell you this. In the Fourth Republic, party where Gyamfi individual no ye presidential candidates in the party wama infrastructure ewo Ghana NDC eno no wuntimi wo ye de hwe enyi na enye infrastructure keke say yakosi 6 unit class sad na me time 6 unit structure and them for some years like Rage Hospital, like University of Ghana,
like Hospital Market.
Hey, Sankame me ebia me John Mahama. Can we see military hospital? Can we imagine some of the better J. Kufoda? Say my friend J. Kufoda 38 military hospital. Ebia me no one coming here.
Afaridiano.
You see, these are the kind of infrastructure you hear. And Ghana ni bia or person or ten no crap kind of Caribbean him say. Eba ni yensi Japade ma omeya.
So I mean, the point is
that me anu see brother.
Never of fraud na be mo.
Woni fraud bia when we.
Never of fraud na be mo.
O de brambu wa be the time. It will be pela baba.
Obia nim say eba no infrastructure. John Mahama within 4 years it's a fact. Infrastructure or you know. Umfie naimuno. Infie watri from 2017. Besi and now me no can say so what chemu tena. Abai win ye one.
Captain Smart nekasana a reformation.
I mean that is a fact.
Yeah. So with sports issue Matthias, but adia ba ko na me pese me ti free warrants ana ya kokumase. Na onia ay kwajo obusa GM question be that day.
Yeah, the new things.
That a dear bay for fro.
Yeah.
Na me gina chiri kwajo busa asa question no. The ba me team na me pese me catch it. But mind you, corruption no enye yinkwa Roland Agambire. Nso issue. Somo kaya. GM drag asem no to court. Nti now
even national service scandal.
You know, so the same.
Addicted many.
Sure. But quick one.
On the new things, you know. What came into your mind?
Put him. Biambusa me want to say, Captain, JM has also can new things we actually view.
Was that what came to your mind?
Biambusa me want to say, what new thing?
Okay.
Because look, bro, when I wake up and I know that Atuabo Gas, the Mills Mahama administration is giving us $300 million annually. Or is it per month?
Annually.
Afibia.
Sikanke ya debe kwa kra ujafra mefra banonia base si sikane kai krumba.
Se me sorry na me hu saade no a. E se me nkran se John Mahama enya opportunity no a. The Atuabo Gas phase 2 on be complete.
Hospital is illegal.
That is where I'm coming. So me sorry na me hu terminal 3. Na me kai se na ye Bearland. Na John Mahama ne trans hu se no. Sika mo de ma ye ya ban no. Ye kwaje bosia mo mfa ntwetua. Na mo nsi ye nsi terminal 3. Akufo ado ba ye no ne nua ketua na ya saade no. Ene nko hu nyansa se. Ene ameso domestic flight wo. Mame enye bibi. Never me compliment me nuane de no. Or the Magdan as in a private entity. Eya Magdan e dey here adwuma gu ni botom. Do I need to ask John Mahama for any new thing?
Yeah.
When I enter Kumasi, me grab me chroma santimampon. John Mahama na maye water plant.
Yeah.
John Mahama and a year Mampo station. Baby, I will see Mampo station, Santimampon station. Do you know Koyan and no. 8 years now. Do I need to
what you're saying is based on the why you bid you trust it so
why you bid and John Mahama the last 5 points now boy you know he mentioned about to reset the country was it I have the experience because we have gone through tough times and he was there.
It's resetting Ghana.
Yes.
It's a new thing.
Oh, I agree with you. So I agree with you. No, I agree with you. I'm just adding something. Hold on. So experience. Then he mentioned about infrastructural development, which means a continuation.
Yeah. John
Mahama is just taking us from.
When could you ask that question? So I'm moderate.
Yeah.
Meso new things maybe a bit by my dream. And also, and some of it one kasama come once more. You see, for a president to tell his party people on where you mama no, who pin say NDC be babem say look, me ma bemu, be anywhere between I am mining. Now one sense why a government official. It's something new. Bako so akojo bisa asem de be see meeting ni. Say the akojo wan kasa na wo kade bon abaso no. Say me ma bemu ni pe bia ento abanja pade because you see why must we continue? Ubi be minister or jaketua kakaka.
We need some new things.
Yes. And these are some of the new things. So no government official in John Mahama's government will buy a bank car. A buy and say is good. And uni meba all the person ukrom na pesa uko. Cathedral, what he said about what he would do about that cathedral matter. I love that forensic audit.
One of the most useless projects in the West.
So that's
no, what they can. So we say.
1 minute because once I do kumase.
Omoma yeti ase say. Eye aban no na de saa aniswade hunu na ba. Nti eye nsore no ne ankora na de won sika ebesi odan no. enya ban na me so when they say asempa and I am the America quarter cement 100 bucks na me so one na me 99 ni go kam and I am order Emma Fidelity Bank that every month be am 100 bucks
I tell you also I no go
oh bra hey man fancy dey am mama entrem oh then edi busumi nsia 88 million Ghana cedis
actually about 330 million
what's that I am telling you honorable Samuel Kuje to 339 what catch National Cathedral I am daring Kenuforiata camera look me here I am daring Kenuforiata if they have not spent 450 million Ghana cedis I'll stop this job I do as a media practitioner
National
Cathedral for platforms so almost sending messages and they still send me messages Ebuo na omukọ krafi Israel by na botaina former chairman of the Church of Pentecost opoku ina kobo mpa egu obo no so no Jesus che ebuo no omo de 1 million ebuo ba ebuo no ye 1 million oboa oh bra David oboa asema make ebuo ba ko 1 million Messi FM no omo to fi Israel Gethsemane ngofo ya mabofo and ye de to container so omo de Israel botain.
Do you know that the only equipment at Kolebu treaty cancer patients? I say,
what they train?
About this is how they to be.
One time, Buono at to contain them the sea ship. Ebedu Ghana, Emma soft one penny for a treachery. Edwin Sakogu container Buona them. A bompire may be a normal Moshe Bo. No Masaka container not after spending 450 million Ghana cedis on the National Cathedral.
It is sad.
And I think that one, SJM cheers off no more board in the Surinagum. He should start with Opokuina, my own former chairman. He should start with him. He should jail him.
Pentecost. One thing is certain that accountability will work. Mahama so be me ya hwehwem. Be sikana kodibia no ye be hwehwem. Also ye Kristo ni mapa Assemblies of God ni. Oyento boa wona sorry. Am I head because investment be egu for but I say waboa na sorry amomasi asori dan bebre but say obe support to say yemfa nyame di mokro no de never he will not condone stealing in the name of God. And I think that is a statement very profound. But for a honey day yen come on media encounter no there be media encounter the end see we part 1 yentimi anko 24-hour economy the president Mahama kan about ICT jobs so many answers one day one show not enough and until my guest Ashemebo ye best answer ye biem so that we can go into the many other issues but baby you drew moment of truth editorial e ha na ye sekire ye se kan okra empempi no semtro bi kese ha ye de no krense ni nyina ebrel. What are we talking about today on moment of truth of Nsembia a course wo na maba me guest ho no mo so de emu nchechire mu ne o ma no di sem we fa ho no atodwahwe we ma me ye ba sisi ai zangwa ne be kan bi men kan bi kwamna Bobie Ansah Captain Smart ko ne be kan bi na ansa no mo be kasa no Mame, producer, Fatwa Tuaso, just give me the 4 highlights. Now, what our guests have to say about it.
Ghana, Ghana, President Kufuor to call retirement. But if the Mr. Kesiri who said, a free say Ghana from 1957. Ever can the president be our Ghana chair and Abdul Kufuor? Messi a free 1957. Bakane mo famo Kwame Nkrumah no mo famo obia di wa ba di mampanya wa boga na ho ban e di Ghana kola nim China na do dan kwa Akufuado me ka de se no di bi aketo ba obia ne de ne ye ba ena ma de che obia kabu aduane abusku a se be tu a chenkofo no mu wi school fo bia ne be boa so papa abai na China na Kufuor do obey eti be samu ye free her koi adwuadin ye koye and the ambassador that that's you Mama say me politics here ba. Me say that they condemn ya. England, English abroche. Adi ba ko ba dis no friend Tony Blair. Fufuro aba the friend say she na do we ase no. But who ma dey say Obama England for their national ID card. Moyo Ghana has a visa. Dr. Bobie Ansah. Dr. Napo Chirechim. Anya no credit. Anya no credit. Sadum so Ghana. Nana Danko Kufuor Akasa. Dr. Bobie. Anya no credit. Sadum so Ghana.
Kojo. Ocham you ni masem ka osana na wasumwa.
Maminchia Convention People's Party. Na Menda Mampening Dada Onyene Baby Call Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlins Sase Pakwisi Misata Aliu Mahama Professor Mel Sumwase So Mojojo Kwame Nkrumah Kuma Ewa Asamado Nankase Mwesi Ghana Nenye One what tell the American as Betty as here. Share. Nipe bio or didn't who took Kwame Nkrumah who won a man no Timmy didn't say. Can a take Rama be in the noon, can say Kwame Nkrumah. Or some more Kwame Nkrumah. Obi aya de be a chain or Fourth Republic Mono. Onyenya Ansah for. Number 2. Say Sammy. When you're presenter, anambwa. Okay. Enti se Bobie achire me adwuma. Se me ye presenter. And na wo ba besu adwuma ni bi for me ho. Ye tu wutin se wie ya. We say captain say yes. O boss no chire we adwuma no. Onim hwe. Na de wo ba me ho besu adai. Kwame Nkrumah na ode Ghana ba no say momo Kwame Nkrumah. Na pama ya tia say onye Ghana ni. Inti ye pese to abama Ghana ni a ne running mate ye Ghana ni inti na me metwete ya wo no cause na po nye Ghana ni and CPP ni bi obeto abama MPP bi a wadwen wo fam any Nkrumahist in this country including J. Kufuor any Nkrumahist who would vote for the NPP this time because of Napo sabi wadwen wo fam. And let me tell you this, Sammy Kwame Nkrumah, you need big 6 bia Ghana. There's nothing called the big 6. The time when you wanted that for a babachi. Kwame Nkrumah na ji independence my. Na bra Kwame bre ye ufin cry. Oko Axim. Udu Cape Coast. Na nkoda ye demonstration about Sa soldier fu ya ye bo mutu kan sergeant ajete no mu ne ade and then kola no so support Kwame du kwan ho ne driver ni no ye ofi voter region ofi akache na Kwame gina kwan no then so say ni o mapa me o say me ne Kwame Nkrumah no so say wo ne Kwame Nkrumah de ene bra pebibi ye ko patch o maye o say me ko patch o no tam hom course ro ho no ko te Ghana National College. The Kwame Nkrumah boarding Ghana no the T school 5 years before Omanji independence ye be fra kuru Ghana. Ti yem fe no nto. Kwame Nkrumah na pono sa akwa no sa de bi no. Ono sa no. Ono e ka kire se mo Kwame Nkrumah no. KNUS no ko ye no. Sebi. Yene busu ni bia na siye e Kwame Nkrumah na siye Legon Kwame Nkrumah na siye kana na do siye nyimfiri so ne mfa na wo fadi nto so ensi ne wo fadi nyon na siye e Kwame Nkrumah na siye hwe so ye Dr. Bawumia running mate Dr. Bawumia na yere Samaria Bawumia Madam, good evening. I hope so we here. Nice woman. Sukula sa oba ne koye men ne wabeye ni party truma ba omia ware no infantman girls Kwame Nkrumah ne see na po yire owa ni se ko school ba yokuba Kwame Nkrumah ne see school na po yire koye na dwe nyadwuma na what is wrong with him otumfo bu baby o say Sabedi mi bukura na msuru. Ose kwasi o kasa bumbum. Ya de woman na suma no, yemfa sum semo nsuma no.
Atosi subi ma.
Kwasi o kasa bumbum. Yemfa asumsemo nsuma no, ya de woman na suma no. Ti na posore ye no no nim ni sudi ni ban ti ne watro. Enso obobo hye ne botom. MPP for san kotro krata man say uja for jiwo echi wo hwe ade no so ohwe do so go you no de hye ne botom no wa keka de yope Sammy Kwame Nkrumah John Mahama osi Legon Hospital osi Bank of Ghana Hospital osi Rage onumpo o say wo de mama mfa mo ho nto Kwame Nkrumah ho na John Mahama wa ya Sammy University of Cape Coast. Professor say MPP mo mu boasting nyina. E ho no mo school. Kwame Nkrumah ni sisa school no. Winneba, me kwa Pam Secondary School. Kwame Nkrumah was insulted by the UP. Say wakosi school wo Winneba. Esi school wo Swedro. Na wasanso di school akɔhyɛ nwuram. Kwame Nkrumah wept. It took Ogwamahene to call him, told him, say, Maobun told him, the dachi, a so, a bamfaso. A Pam Secondary School na tehi. Kwame Nkrumah si school ni si Murem. Say na Murano, a baby you crew, my Captain Smart. Akosa school ni bi. Akufo Addo bedi president. Oncham Secondary School awasi from beginning to the end. Dia Mahama kura sisi ho. Went me and complete for su training college and na put me fe na se catch the Ghana church for kita diploma say one day one bon na mo call school mo ntwa the 4 passes and they call for su training college Kwame Nkrumah na see here for repenning secondary school baby anana do free no Kwame Nkrumah na see here Techimai Secondary School, Doma Secondary, Tema Secondary, Oda, Labone, Kwadaso College of Education, Atebubu Training College, Brekum Training College, Enche Training College. Kwame,
and the schools are still there till date.
Kwame Nkrumah and the CE. Wo waben get funder Rollins Sebe. No only master's degree, only first degree de baye. Woni Akufo Addo de akosia wo fie nson age husika into get fund ne etom kukuru neko etom kukuru neko etom kukuru neko wo de no to nchen ya hwe kwanya Kwame Nkrumah fa so industrializing Ghana. And I understand before can one district one factory na me boso for me because Ajimakura do yebi osisi gari factories here dey on 31st December women's movement for nyamani na adada. But back to Nkrumah hwe Se Kwame Nkrumah eba ni team so bisi National Cathedral ena wanya akosomu a kakane ebe na ebeso ya Kwame Nkrumah te hwan ko be di president odi wie na so akasa be nya akosomu ba metu amena me nya akosomu but metu amena na my friend National Cathedral kakane ebe na ebeso na na do so ko Legon na na do ye demonstration e wo Legon he led the demonstration so Mario Nkoko nam dodo Adintra, every day, every week, you 2 crates of eggs and a 4 chicken per student. Akufo Addo na be na no kai. And let's see here on no sana pono. Or then ho to Kwame Nkrumah ho no. And then Legon students no umudi aduane ben. Aduane ben no umudi.
It's also secondary school aduane abusu ama teachers ni teachers kre wi aduane.
Hwe Kwame Nkrumah Institute of Economics and Political Science. What did he decide to do? And not Tamko Winneba. And I'm afraid you sued and Kwame Nkrumah said that no. We share Ashanti region. Omo pedwadi. Enti yembo modena yemmo Ashanti region e dwedi de nkoso. Enti ahodo yensisi edwa na yemmo awo. Okwa no akoyewe. And the Cape Coast man hene friend say ebe mbada bra. Na wo ada na wara wo ya ho arusun amena mo fro na mcheche wo re nti gwayi nsi factory bi amayen also nana where will produce the workers. In Tawuje, na Cape Coast, the ministry schools in Woho. She Napo, Nenia Tranenton. Na Okan Sembi say history be repeating home. 16 years ago. 16 years ago, baby, Ojina na Kufuado, stage Bugum. Seni refia, mekano. Na no ebuagum. Na wakanam, untimi wisana 1 minute da. Na nipa na ode na sem akono so no. So nima me ka kire no. Hwe je ikufo. Akra majo. Obedi mampeni. Ye na na ba. Efia se wa kobi se wa ampe. O ka kire se nkrofo kwa me nkroma no. Se wunya se mpapa bia nka mfa na ho a. Kama no tumu no. Na poko menhia just enra. Owie ye wura ho a okochi asante hema. Ase dai so. Asante hima esa ka the same thing kire napo. Na asante hine tufu akwada ohene na atetewo wa tufu in less than 3 hours na wakojina simpies we didi asante hine atebsa futu na ade maame no airtime mempe for wade na asante hine na ne ka biom sa akwada yenim se obese daache ye tunufu wa dem a isa tunufu abonte enti asante hine yes
so we are very profound
yes akwada yenim se obese daache nisi tunufu wa dem a isa tunufu abonte enti asante hine kasa no he asante no ye nyansafo bruta wanhwa wo huda o say ye bo wudi no enkrofo say wani nsu ade me de mesan wuti na mane nya ho asante hine be sign ni ti wo wana wo mu di yewura tem on Facebook no mu tie me ye de enti asante hine be sign na puti ni se be eburu se be nyaado oso ni nsem tete ne bi na all tete no oswa na poso onkofa nsu mura na okofa ba
so when gentility outside cry
nti okofa ba nti onim se akwada no nye sa no te na mom na po benyim ye no yewura so atede Ghana fo aka efi se o start say o tu se no na onyo na hwe yewura sanko dentist papa ko be hwe asante ni ese that's what them trying to say so ye dentist papa nko be hwe ko but onye dentist papa what you say obi a wo bedi education minister o pese me ba akola keto ye chen se de be ma fa be ma to a ye di wura nwoma suom se ya no se ya nsore engina anko me ka ye dachi ya hwete no ba me pese na poti ase ade obehia ne president no nka nkire ne se Kwame Nkrumah wan fa oba bia o ka mu da kosiso didi president edi tu no do wuye that's number 1 number 2 me osaje for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah no when kum oba tuntum bia so oba akokwa aware da when pimo bia one staircase so na mehwe fom am bewu because opeso aware oba akokwa Kwame Nkrumah nye bi da de toso bi omni se Kwame Nkrumah ne nkwada atotofin wande da binum di na chi bon sama no yi ase Kwame Nkrumah nye bi
ebredi no ana ase
me ka Kwame Nkrumah sem de wunim ne dru so a no waka
oh yeah
Kwame no hold on we the man from no see yeah Kwame Nkrumah no mami we Gihok MPP se Kofi Dwuma ya ade ma peteshi ebusu wo Ghana no Kwame Nkrumah na si Gihok Kwame Nkrumah Aboso glass factory Kwame Nkrumah Zuarungu meat factory Wenchi tomato factory Kede match factory Akosomo textiles Kumasi shoe factory Pualugu tomato factory Esuchari sugar factory Commander sugar factory Kumasi jute factory and Samom Cannery brake and tile factory Takwa Bon Satai factory Bogatanga meat processing factory Bogatanga rice
you could to Kakrafi
I don't put it
Akufuado waye adwuma chen Kufuana even MPP na mu no
afoda meba no when him say obo Kufuodin you see makacho say obi kasa for when tie no na fa waso hwe no o say mo Kwame Nkrumah no ene ko no ginae for. And say na me can me show so say it confirms and komobia obedi ye wo cantonment say ombuku for. And you see, every new position requires repositioning. Metia say me di assemblyman men kasa say biom. If you say bibi foforo bi abekame ho. Napo sebe what the MP, what the minister, assign the minister. Yeah, you're running mate. When him said Napo on your MPP running mate. Because one accepted offer no. Somebody should show me. He did not accept. There was nothing like an acceptance. Say me jitum say me running mate no. Someone should show me. Yes, one accepted. When to me pan no tum fuasi. J.A. Kufuor no kasabasa. Ye tena nwuram, ye ne Kufuor tena nwuram. That time na wusu said ye to sing. Na ye te nwuram ma MPP ba soro no. When to be mpa mention J.A. Kufuor and danase. Na mo ka kire Kufuor say. His Excellency Nana Adodankwa Akufo Manjo. Wo de wonya hwe o se si yi wona pase mi wi wonya hwe. And no problem. No, Nana don't realize that Akwana can kwasem. Eti ordinary night ball. Yeah, you running mate or kasa. The way you running mate in the phone. That is why after their course in an umuchi the nimu kumasi and rana jono. And matters on the Western region say one kasa. Mona central for na major minimum kasa or Western. First Nana omokasa asam na chenya. Honorable, hello. Honorable Naposi Wankanasa. Napoi, the cultural plane. Wokasa Mokwamen Kromano. Yete. And see, Napope watch them and say, I am for now, Kasana. This is woman Munipao. That's my worry. We are closing at 10:20 p.m. This is Obodrum Nakayaho. We are closing at 10:20 p.m. because this is our 10th. Oh my Ghana. Yeah, so socialist party. It was now. Yes, we have a part of Kwame Nkrumah. The African of the millennium. Oh. Obi and Nelson Mandela cross original ho emano. Bobie,
me stay focused on Napo. No, me stay focused on Napo. I will not deal with a young Nkrumah issue. Nkrumah story, we don't need to, rewrite it. We don't need to tell Nkrumah story. Overkill. To me stay on Napo. And Kababi have made the best in the Hona Mummy no Mobile. Wouldn't be until a Kufad and a ball a Baumiano. A Kufado never liked Napo as Baumia running mate.
Okay.
Never.
For none of them PPP goings.
Never.
None of them.
A Kufado stood against it. And as we sit here, Baumia any frame more parenkasa.
Chief of staff, no?
Yes. Onene nkasa, onene yaka.
There frame more paren than any yaka.
Well, because of Napo. Yes. Now, almost force Napo on Bano na ensure they just use the BNI to frustrate the system. And in fact, Kufuor is the architect of Napo becoming the running mate.
Are you sure?
Yes. President Kufuor
I hold a contrary view.
I know a discussion
that has ensued.
Now, there is this leak tape. But you see,
I think that Bobie will win. I think that Abronya would have even performed better.
100%.
Abronya would have been far better.
Now, 3 days ago, tape will be leaky from Jubilee House. Boya. Unim Boya. Boya ya Juma. Ewo. You know Boya? Oya Juma Kufo. Kufado office. In fact, a Kufado trust in a chamber umia. Boya. Unsi school demoda. Boya is on drugs. Boya in the coding on Peace FM. Ada omuhwe acid egu the late Ibrahim Adams so Boya na friend radio so Peace FM minim ni pon na hihye ho e kan say onu Boya agina ono ohun say Gregory ahwe acid e de egu Ibrahim Adams so no mkofa Gregory. In all Gregory trial omo afre Boya ne won ketenketi fon bisa we very powerful.
What's the point there?
Boya na wakoye tape okodi nkomo o baabi ene liki ye ne ba me inside. Boya say napo last omo yi ni wie no omo na so ye no mbe ye party wo Jubilee House. Napo sia no corridor mo sei okwa ko haage no napo didi na tem so mfa ne nkura sesem mfiri ho na aduchum no nkonko haage aduchum. Oh, it's on the tape. Let me tape numbers see here. And boy, I say
high videos
I'm telling you that arrogance as some more cano ene sa na nia enso ade omuni pa when yantitie yie no. And I'm telling you road for Krobia. Me catch up Krobia said Krobia did tikeke and you na tete na ho. Onim na po ntete ya wo hwe. Bobie Ansah ntehene ne ma ne ba pani no ene abawa no omu nyimi te se ayi napo omu jimi te se napo ente se napo omu jimi ente se napo
very mature
David otumfo memma no nye saa look at their demeanor in public.
So what's here say I mean clear one.
Hold on.
Okay, say okase ono na etete
na metiase
akonwa no won we wo ho eyemma
eja meba me ya santini po me free man pon for offense
but
so I understand our traditions into minim dey talk answer no
why are you also saying this because we dey ebu edro
no you see no hold on
what they can hear
ahene mane ahene nananom no obviously say dey na me nua person oka no omukwa ahemfie kosua amamre eni amane
ntine sa
na po na tetewo na po ni otumfo ntra da say ode ne tese wo tete no se me kire
okay but amamre
ni
amabo am wa kire mi
no
good so the intervention was good
no eni na make say ye kro amamre so I understand it no otumfo ka mi ma de kro obi a ye wo asante bia no you know me free break abusuan mu nkodum break for asante mampon ye fie so busumuru
na ye na just no dey entertain na wan fa anya adwuma
wan fi na tie boy ase odidi na tam se on free ne sonko na aduchum to say aduchum ama program na say
no ni ho
aduchum ama
okay education minister
wan si ho
no person the only minister wan ko
sir
then na also
o ba ye roko na ha de
now
ma won say chairman sabonso
obede
yo I say chairman sabonso no ni
na
Joe Wise second deputy
Joe Wise ama ho
omunyina
Joe Wise ama ho na onim minia de ntia ma omde na poko she ba omi akon no say one omutimi convince ba omi ahwe na po your this year they just need a center region their base omutimi nya base no a because omutimi their center region eastern region win elections da inti election we nya mo inti ade nti omum focus wo mu base in Ashanti region no mo kofa kakra free eastern emra meka ho right so na after the aka kakra but so mutimi nya 85 90 that is their and Napo can do that for them to mo kofa obi a oyo this year no mo fa namra now not knowing say omo kwa kofa Napo edina ba no. And you see, Naponuamu in 2016 or clocked 37,000 and over.
Parliamentary elections.
Parliamentary. I want the constituency in 2016. 2020 or dropping 7,000 votes.
Dede no mo ye ni.
One constituency.
Any hunter anything.
The patch Sata no to volunteers. Sata no ya this year. Mensia or drop 7,000 votes. You see, I just want people to understand that Napo at damage MPP. And you see, Napo is the reason why Bawumia will go home with 35%. Mamfa to be count 37. Napo because wow constituency Napo ni impact biao. Research company called me 3 days ago. After our program Nansana no program right. Omu wie no company from no so omu ko research wo Kumasi. Now so unim Kumasi figures now be data no. Ebe 1 week. Upeso ohun ni ya go to Aguna, go to Asante Mampong, go to Kumewu, Edweso, Jamase Drobonso, those areas. Ask them who is Matthew Poku Prempe. Me was a no mo sai frame me. Was say Bobie, omudru ho no. You mention Matthew Poku Prempe. Enipa 6 beka cho say omunti dini da. 2 beka cho so omunim edin but they don't know the personality.
The hype
behind
or this year
hype ejramensia. And you see obi a voting them Napo, there are 2 things I will say. Me I mean Kasanche. Napo impact on Bawumia is negative. Their research and now well, but you see,
but
you see, Napo, yet we be on Twitter. Napo is the first running mate here, you know, what TV record or your cronfo. And I think Napo is running away from prosecutions in the future. Massets can win a deal. Massets can win a deal. And you know, put a cover Masset. It was like no say back here say
15 cities.
When not the budget say
70. That was the contract.
And you know. And you know, put a GG a year teacher sick as well laptops. Patch or sign echo. And I want NDC to find time. Go to energy ministry. Or go to scandals. He and I. You know, I'm the better here say Ghana a win, you know. Yeah, much woman. He and I contract. Ayona.
It's a Okotoso. And who had acted lawlessly and he could have wait me yes and CC.
Also, I want to conjure Napo, look, if we allow Napo and Bawumia to run this country, bro. Me come to us Ghana, there will be no Ghana anymore. There will be no Ghana.
That's a pa. Mama kojo me ma 2, no mama we 2. No mama
but 2. My your friend say Citizen TV Ghana. Almost say
program like Akina Radio to Techiman and many other stations. Yeah, there will be as kojo. Bonita mama. Mate. So we just say baba dia. Yeah.
Napo issue.
I think say natural partner na say ninchechiremu no more insulting. He's adding insult to an excruciating pain. And minim di enti asese MPP fo nsua de no. I say some drebine say omoya. Asam na Napo kan ye no. Mokwame Nkrumah no. Oh, Mokwame Nkrumah. Ne maame ye friend say. Napo maame ye friend say.
Oh, my friend.
Tell me who say.
Hey,
no, I just want to know. Sabi. Me wada me buru enyado. Asante ni kwa ni maame di. Anambwa. Jo Mahama je ni maame di. Who Google says yes over
no, but I think so mo ne maame ni.
Pacho. Kaveka. Ono di ni maame di. No, I am 10 points. Oh no, I am 10 points. Abase. Ne papa. Eye. On Hiniba. Kwame. Chichi. Ano ya peja here. Odi here from 1960 something to 2013. Ena ne maame enso obo ne din nyako a e de ka ho. Say on the 4th February 1979. Jo no obehye ne 10 point na se no. Wabo ne papa din. Na wabo ne maame din. Enye se sebe enye oba na wo na po. But say opese wudi oman anima, we must know you and your family.
Now one more mama.
Me say me busa no.
Me so be
Kojo we are sure say you nim.
Mugu ina wunim na baya mo say wunim.
You nim. And can I put no for me din chere ba bi ofi. Then we can take the conversation. Say MPP pani bi penyansa kwan bi fa so. A patch of manapo. Look, let me say this on record. If he and ne ukui, ekosi and then now no enra benada. Ana if he enra benada, ekosi a benada away anyway. Say MPP for intimi am patchawa. MPP will lose Western region. Straight. See me, I'm going to give you the region. MPP will lose.
And Uncle for your mood. No. Consultancy advice.
Mamen can't summon one.
Over in the West.
Mamen can't summon one.
It's with the air.
Kwame Nkrumah.
Suppose a woman pebia.
What touching now? We need to make a saba. Akufo-Addo na Adaka Bugum. I was the same place, no. Kwame Nkrumah Bugum.
That's it.
Ombe lusu Ombe lusu Central Region.
Yes, we try to mama.
Media mekan sem 3. Kwame Nkrumah embu trade fair embu entwitwansa asem man abusuafo.
Second one.
Kwame Nkrumah enkobu eye Kaneshi Sports Complex with $4 million and 80 million Ghana cedis. Now for the ehono meye ejanan bia. Kwame Nkrumah.
Third one. And last.
Kwame Nkrumah and Antem Kola
Ngobula
General a hospital Mbungu Emma and Kola for and Nane football park.
Penye say Obenyansa for your buni
be
waka. Na obusan for media de meka na ye de dwumedi na bawie ye ne se. Ye nuanoma.
Where dem say oh Masem TV. Almost so peke.
Masem Chaza
Masem TV. Masem TV. Kwajo Chimboa for ne unua Kobi Fiagbe so omo chia o.
Good.
And I think say
kwajo me alternate na abusua eye ni bresem. Mpenyi se papa so pa nwoma so enye nanum de ntia ni mum ne yeyo ntia. Mpenyufo omo omadwuma omo yo. Omakopem so bi omabre nenso omabetena na dwese omo ne nuanom e 1 centimeter ade ba kwa wo se ye hye nenso ne se mate binum se ade wo fie ye enya ade bia na wo fia eye. I want to repeat, enya ade bia na wo fia eye because ade bi wo fia etimi ye musuo ade pa na wo fia eye ye hu asante ni de hye ye papa kofo abeyo mamto. We didn't support it. But there is one thing you can say about Kufuor. Kufuor no nya dwe no nya hantan. No nya nipa mu yemu. Obi ono timi kase. Se Ghana ban twa sika wo ma akọ humabo sika mu budget mu. Se yemfa nko ye Keta Sea Defense Project a ye de bebo ye nuano ma before ne Ghana fo ete bia ho ban a. Ono obe lidi asante fo amoma ye oye. Obia ono energy minister ode dum so abeto yenso na nne otumfo se tutu few years ago kojo mebo akase mebo otumfo se dum so asai ni fie electrical appliances ina ko gina kumase ummu ni penti jiroku otumfo asase so se dum so bia ni ba bia e na me no mo kase kojo I'm telling you breaking news bantema dum so
there na dum so no for the American
ko kumase ko ye. So munipa. If it's Ghana for nim day. People are discerning. People are discerning. Doom so be any. Na ya bisa o se ma ya doom so timetable. O se mo amonko ya mo de.
Person me bisa question be. Na me de Free Senior High School. The first car ever a manufacturer was successful, not air conditioning room.
I just walk out channel.
Bonseka.
Not AC room.
AC arama dede.
Not AC room.
Okay, I see the answer.
And he said, let's even assume so we start a free day. Now, the free board in the best also. Chese me manye on.
But I said, Benyaza for Bunebe and Canasem. That is it. Obia to be catcher teacher for Obia, where Chapasi Casemti, the Mamma Quachra, the one of Benyalawa. Also, a bone with Nimadi, where did you teacher for 10? To be catcher and Cranket and Kitty was secondary school. Catcher and Cranket and Kitty was secondary school. Namutia, young person with me, Quaja, 9 young black polythene bag. We, ever vice president. Nyame pangu ensi osaje for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah honhom bekasa wonyame bekasa o se asoro obofo ba beto aba no ba na ne bema na ne nipa ne aboa na ekohye syllabus mu. Haven't you seen his speech? So the comprehensive sexuality education kg not even SS kg enye kwadwon Bobie mu amoboa ye maye so diti ya kade we na eba Ghana. So look, it is about Ghana. They make Kenyan and say whether you are in Ashanti or Western or Central, wherever you are, about why you me say, she was sitting them at Wabapa. Me de Bobie Ansah. Now what you say, the best answer she near the 11th edition. Abba, Kennedy, Japan, the oye, the Obi enemy, crocodile the John. A crocodile the John. Ain't it for? She was sitting them at Wabapa. And one woman, a bono, a repa, the Asada, the Jobia. Now what you say, the best answer, Asia.